I've decided to do the natural hair tag, even though I technically wasn't tagged. But I saw this YouTuber named, I think it's irisnaturelle. If it's not, I'll put her correct name in the bottom bar. But she did the natural hair tag, and she is a YouTuber from France. And I like to watch her because, you know, her hair is really cool. And also, I like her accent. So I'm going to go ahead and do the natural hair tag now. Well, I am from San Francisco, California. And, well, okay, let's see. Currently, I'm not in San Francisco. I'm a bit outside of San Francisco. And in my particular city, the natural hair scene is very, I wouldn't say non-existent, but there aren't a lot of people that are natural. There's far, far more people who are relaxed and things like that than there are naturals. So not quite non-existent. But in San Francisco proper, in actual San Francisco, the natural hair scene, I would say, is pretty big. I mean, as a whole, there aren't that many black people in San Francisco. Like, there are certain pockets that are more, that are predominantly black, and there's certain pockets that are Asian, certain pockets that are white, but there's really not that many black people in San Francisco. It's predominantly white and Asian. But I would say a pretty good majority of the black people that I see in San Francisco are wearing some kind of natural hairstyle, whether it's like locks or like just natural like mine or something like that. So I would say it's bigger in San Francisco than in the suburb that I'm currently in right now. Well, I went natural partly because I've never had long hair. It's always been a chore for me to get long hair. And so then I started wearing a weave. I wore a weave for about 3 years, you know, for like 3 months at a time, and I really wouldn't give my hair that much of a break in between. So I was basically in the weave for 3 years. And unsurprisingly, I experienced a lot of growth. Like, when I took my weave out after the 3 years, I had some long hair, and like long by pretty much anyone's standards, like not even by, you know, my standards. It was long. And of course I was overjoyed, and I was like, yes, long hair, finally. I don't even need the weave anymore. But, you know, lo and behold, my hair started to break. So like within a month or two after taking down the weave, I would say like within a month, I had lost probably, I don't know, I want to say 3 inches of hair. Like, obviously not, just not flat across, but overall it was about 3 inches. And so I knew that the long hair that I had was just, it was gonna break off. So that was one reason. And another reason was my boyfriend. He actually met me when I was still in the weave. And, you know, I took it out, and, you know, my hair is still pretty long, so whatever, he's cool with that, whatever. And then you know, he heard me complaining, like, oh, my hair is breaking, oh, my hair is, it takes so long to do, oh, it's just breaking everywhere. And he was like, why don't you just stop putting relaxers in your hair? And I was like, what? Stop putting relaxers in my hair? That does not compute. So really, that concept to me was still so foreign. Don't put relaxers in my hair. And I remember he told me that, and I was like, well, what do you want me to do? You want me to just have an afro? You want me to just go walk around with an afro? Is that what you want? And he's like, well, I mean, not particularly, but, you know, I don't see why you don't, you know, why you do that. And then I explained to him that without relaxers, my hair, what I thought was true, becomes very unmanageable and difficult to style, and like just kind of like looking a bit, you know, crazy. But then I found You Love Megs on YouTube first, and from there I think I found Natural 85 and like some other natural people, and I was like, wow, you know what, that actually is a viable option. Not putting in relaxers can happen. So really it was the urging of my boyfriend that had a huge part in me going natural. So thank you, boyfriend. I transitioned for 9 months, which really isn't bad, because I had originally wanted to do like a longer term transition, like 1 year to 2 years. Excuse me. But about like 3 months into my transition, I already got scissor happy, and I did a mini big chop. And then like 3 months later, I did another mini big chop. And the whole time I was putting scissors to my hair, cutting half an inch there, quarter inch there, an inch there. And so I'm surprised I made it to 9 months, frankly. But Thanksgiving Day, I spent it at home doing the big chop. I didn't have any family over. My boyfriend was working. My dad was in town actually, so he was there, but that was it. And I just did my big chop on Thanksgiving Day, 2011. What is my hair texture? It's ridiculous. I mean, I have like a 2C section in the back of my hair. Like a very small 2C section. In fact, I wouldn't even call it a section. It's just more like a couple of like rogue strands that decided to be 2C. It's so annoying because I'll have the rest of my hair is very firmly, I would say like somewhere in between 4A and 4B. Not quite standard 4B, certainly not 4A like Natural 85 or Candy Loves You or Candy Loves Me, whatever, Candy. Those are straight up 4As, okay, undisputable. And I do have some sections that are like that, especially in the back. I've got the looser texture in the back where my 2C randomly resides, but mostly 4A back there. And then pretty much all over, I've got 4B. I've got, sections where I have smaller, tight, really defined ringlets. And then I have my bangs up here. They're pretty wavy, like closer to wavy than anything else, but, not quite wavy actually. And then up here, I've got looser 4A. So yeah, I would say mostly 4B if I had to pick one texture. Not today, not today, kinky curling, not today, love it. What were people's reactions when I cut my hair? My boyfriend, he was super supportive. He said it looked beautiful, you're beautiful, looks great, even though in my head I was like, this does not look beautiful. This does not look great. But I was like, okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. My dad, I asked my dad, and I was like, what do you think? And he's like, oh, okay. I mean, okay, cool. Like if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. And it's not as if he like disliked it. It's just relaxed hair is really all he's ever seen from anyone. So it was a bit foreign to him, the entire concept. And yeah, of course, I do look better with longer hair, with a long weave. I look much better, I think. Because just my facial structure. Some people's faces are shaped for shorter hair, like Halle Berry with that like nice defined jawline, and like whoever else, I don't know, some other short-haired people. Other people's faces, like Halle or Drew Barrymore, for instance, she's got a round face. I think she looks better with longer hair. Christina Ricci, although I think she does tend to wear shorter hair, but I think she would look better with longer hair. And me, playing Cooksey's hair, I look better with longer hair. But so I can't fault my dad. My mom, she thought it was ugly. She didn't say that, of course, but I could tell she thought it was ugly. She thought I looked better with a weave, which I certainly did. And my coworkers, I worked at a predominantly Indian office. One of them was like, what did you do to your hair? Why did you cut it? Like, clearly thinking it looked much better before I did the big chop than after, which yeah, I did. So, but natural hair is kind of like the texture of Afro-textured hair in general, I believe, is not something you see in India every day, or even in like the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area where I'm located. So, I don't really blame them for, being so blunt about it, I guess. YouTube. YouTube. Favorite YouTubers is the next question. I would say, yeah, like Natural 85, but it's a bit difficult to watch because her hair is so nice. I like You Love Meg. She was the first one who I like connected with, I guess, on YouTube. Not connected with, but was introduced to. Let's look at my subscriptions list really quick. I can't really think of it. I like, Iris is Natural. I like her. She's the one who I saw this natural hair tag on first. Who do I have here? Lola Kinks I have. Got some Inoli. I like her. Inoli. I like Inoli. LA Language. Got some Naturally Curly. Got some Chescale, but she's not a natural hair blogger. Oh, she does have some nice natural locks. My God. Nick Love. Lisa James music. Excuse me. Princess Tiffany. I know I have a lot of like smaller people that I watch. When I say smaller, I mean as far as like a following or subby following. Just because, you know, we all know the Terrans. The Terran, she's super cool to watch. We all know the Black is Beautiful, all them, you know, they're cool. But I like the normal people because I'm a normal person. I'm a small time YouTuber. And, you know, we small time YouTubers gotta stick together. Tag! You're it! I really hope this video came out because I talked for so long.